Let's go, Geeks interview. We're here with the Dragon, the first ever Geek of the Year award winner. Let's go, Mason Jones. How you doing, brother?
Mate, so happy to be back on. So happy.
Let's go. Glad that we got you. I know we've been
Finally.
wrestling with you in the fucking DMs. Been an absolute brawl in the trenches, but here we are. We got the W. Uh, haven't seen you in a while, bro. So what's kind of the plan here? Are we gonna get Mason Jones live back on the scene anytime soon? Give us kind of an update for all those people out there that are waiting.
So first, let me apologize first. The Geeks have been trying to get me back on for a while. I agreed to come back on, and then a bit of life got in the way, and I missed the interview. I apologized. Then we rescheduled, and I missed that one. So I do need to apologize because I'm professional and I love the boys, so I do want to get back on. But I literally just spent the last 10 months waiting for someone's name to come across my desk so I could sign the dotted line and decapitate someone. My last fight in the UFC isn't the way I want to be remembered. It's like you're only ever as good as your last fight, and my last fight was a circus. I went out there, and the last interview I did, I explained it the best. I fought like a celebrity. I didn't fight like, the monster I am. I went out there, and I rushed to finish. I was pressuring too much. I wanted the big, dynamic finishes, and I wanted the star status. Whereas all I needed to do was go out there, be myself, just win, and the finish would have come. I could have ground him down. He was slowing towards the end anyway. If I just kept tight, kept strong, I would have beat him. But he's an experienced head. Ludwig's very intelligent, and he clipped me in the second, just enough to put me down, not enough to rock me or anything. I worked back up, and then the third round, I was literally just throwing everything I had at him, try to finish, and again, wrong decision. But we live and learn. I'm a year older, you're smarter, you're wiser, and ready to get blood on my hands.
Yeah, no, we're ready to see it. I mean, and talking back about that last fight, I mean, the circumstances were just kind of like super wild because it was like you wanted to fight in that London card for like months coming up. You kind of like had it set, and then it like wouldn't. You weren't getting opponents, so at that point you were like losing that faith that it was either going to happen, and then all of a sudden, right before, boom, oh, we got one. And then it turns out like Ludovic's been in camp. He's been getting ready. He's been knowing he's gonna fight. And then you're the one
Sharp,
off
yeah.
guard. You know what I'm saying? So,
So there's never any excuses in the fight game. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter whose name come across your desk. Like people talk about McGregor having an easy run. Remember, he fought Dustin Poirier as a youngster, and then he fought Max Holloway. So like these names that come across your desk, you never know who they're gonna be. But for me, it would be 14 weeks. I've been asking for a fight on the card. They've been trying to match me for 14 weeks. If I remember correctly, it was either 7 or 8 names I said yes to, and they all said no. Everyone was saying no. They didn't want to go to. People were saying they didn't want to come to the UK because obviously for the tax. So for people who don't know, as a UK fighter who fights in Vegas or the US, I lose around 40% on tax, just federal tax. As a foreign worker. I think the US, when they fight in the UK, obviously I wouldn't know first-hand experience. Pretty sure they lose 40% in tax as well. So a lot of people just don't want to do that to their purse. So that's understandable. They look at the tax and they start looking at the money side of things. And they're like, look, it's too much money. It's not worth going out there and putting a performance on someone's home soil. I don't care. I just like to fight. So for me, it was annoying. I kept getting rejected and waiting. And then I was actually on the Wi-Fi on the flight home. My manager messaged me and said, "Look, we've got a fight." And I said, "Who?" He's like, "It doesn't matter who." I was like, "Yeah, I know." I was like, "But I need to tell my coaches I'm fighting someone." And he's like, "Look, it's we've already agreed for you. You're fighting Ludwig Klein." Sent me the details, and I just said, "Okay." And then I had 10 days. So I was traveling. I landed, so we had nine days to work. The fight before that with David Onomer, I had 7 days notice. 10 days for this for the Ludwig Klein, and then obviously we're talking about Cage Warriors Cardiff, which was hopefully going to be my first fight back, ready to turn over a new leaf and show how much I've improved in the last 12 months. And 10 days out, I was left with no opponent, and I literally just spoke to a manager and we discussed it, and we said, look, 3 fights in a row with 7 to 10 days notice is beyond taking the piss. We're not asking for perfect camps. We're not asking for miracles or setups or cutchy opponents. We're looking to fight decent names, and 7 to 10 days isn't enough. Like, you need to prepare for these guys. Like, if I wanted 7 days notice, I would have said yes and gone to the Ultimate Fighter.
Right. Right. And that's kind of like you're talking about, like the wiser version now that you are. It's like we're done with, like, the horseplay. Like, it's time to really dial in. Like, we got big moves coming up. It's almost like you're like one of the hottest free agents on the market right now, because for the people that don't know, that contract is done. So now you got spread open wings. So anything is an opportunity. Cage Warriors in Cardiff, Wales, where you're from. I mean, that's just a fun time.
Yeah, it would have been the third card, the third Welsh card I've ever fought on in Cardiff. All the rest would be Newport, different things. But I love fighting outside the home, but then obviously it's nice to fight on home soil, and you get that extra bit of power defending the home base. But I would have been only one of two fighters, I think, on the main card who would have been Welsh. And then there's a few on the prelims, but there wasn't many big marketable names. So for them as well, I think they were upset because, like, I was a big draw. I would have pulled in the Welsh crowd a bit more. We sort of, me and my crowd, my family, my friends, training partners, the people I normally sell tickets to, they all held off because I was just waiting for the fights to get announced, and then we had pull out after pull out and different things. So it was annoying. It is. It's heartbreaking. And like, you invest so much money and time. Like, I haven't fought in 10 months. I let go two of my big sponsors because the one, they were going through a sort of change of direction in their company. We spoke about it, and I said, "Look, wait till I get a fight, then we can speak about renegotiating and resort a new deal." And then the other company, who's been like a massive supporter since I was the start, they were interested in renegotiating, but again, I didn't want to turn around and be like, "Oh, look, can you pay me again for another 12 months?" And I'll just sit on my ass and do nothing for 12 months. I said, "Look, let me get a fight going. When I get a fight signed and sealed, and then get a good performance on, we'll sit down with them again and be like, look, I'm going to be fighting regularly now. This is the new contract. This is what I'm looking at. They're going to fight every 3 months." Because I literally just want to fight every 3 months. Like, these last 12 months have killed me. I want to be regular. I always have. Cage Warriors, in one time, I fought 6 times in 12 months, 7 times in 15. I'm happy to stay active. The USC, there was obviously the whole process with Abu Dhabi and COVID, and then the Alan Patrick fight, then the Alan Patrick rematch, which got delayed. I changed my opponent, David Onama, then the surgery, and then they couldn't match me again. Then the Ludwig Klein fight, and then I'm sat waiting again for 12 months. This isn't how I want to set a legacy. Like, I want to be the guy who goes in there and fights every 8 weeks. Do you know what I mean? And just buries people, destroys people. And again, like, we're not asking for perfect camps. I want 4 weeks. I just want 4 weeks notice. I want
Keep
an
it in mind.
opponent's name, 3 weeks to work, and then 1 week into fight week just to dial in, and then I'm fine. Like, you give me 2 weeks, that's okay. It's no optimal circumstances, but 10 days notice, do you know what I mean? By the time you look at something, you start dialing do a plan, you do 2 sessions, and then you're literally just sweating off. It's
Right.
like the Ludwig Klein fight, I was like, he throws a lot of left head kicks. I was like, I just need to go left. I was like, he backs up a lot. I'm gonna back him up. I was like, I just can't rush forwards. I was like, but I'll be able to catch him. And then I went in there, and like, if I'd known that fight 4 weeks ago, I would have been doing a lot more right head kick defense and offense. Same as Jai fought him. Every time he threw a head kick, he threw a head kick back. Um, Dialed in, just literally get your footwork moving fast, so you're a bit faster on your feet and the way you eat to into space, and just take your time and chip away. And that's exactly what I would have done. Like, I would have buried Ludwig. I should have buried Ludwig. Again, I made the mistakes, and he capitalized. He's an OG vet, and I don't think he's going to watch. But if you are watching, mate, honestly, it's a stellar performance.
Yeah. No, I mean, honestly, bro, like, you look through the opponents that you've had, and it's only beasts. I mean, Mike Davis, he's out here beating, Slava Claus, who's out here knocking dudes out. And then, you get what I'm saying. Like, your level of competition's there. That's why I'm saying that you're one of the hottest free agents on the market right now. And I think that everybody else out there is stupid for not throwing hella offers at you. That's first off. But, you're going to get back in there soon. I guarantee
Yeah,
it. You're gonna make a big statement, and I guarantee the ball starts rolling again, no
of
doubt.
course. Of
Uh,
course. Champ, man. Champ. But big shout out while we're talking about it to David Armour. Buried another guy over the weekend. I got to train with him in Missouri, and the guy's a legend. So big shout out. I don't really speak to a lot of people I fought previously in different things. But it was nice to go out and train with him and speak to him a little bit when I trained at Krause's. But yeah, stellar guy.
Stellar guy. And so what are we doing now for your training back? You're not going to Alpha Male for camps anymore because you're just so dialed. You're in Cage Warrior scene, so you're kind of, it's probably smarter to stay over there, right? And yep, and cheaper, the whole 9 yards.
Cheaper. I
How's
think
camp been?
the plan is we're going to finish this camp where I am at the moment, just on my local gyms. So the boys I'm training with. Then I've spoke to some of the guys in Renegade, Leon Edwards' gym, so I'm going to look at getting some sparring in there. I'm hoping to spend Christmas either back in California or out in Thailand, depending on contracts and how much I'm getting paid and sponsorships, etc. Because obviously I need to earn some money first, depending on how that looks. And then we're going to go from there. But I think it's just sort of taking one fight at a time. Like my roommate actually from California, he messaged me about coming back out, training in the UK with me and helping me finish my camp. So we're just gonna wait and see. Like I think the first thing is I just need to get my name signed on the dotted line against someone else's. And as soon as that contract's signed, at least I know I got someone to work towards and something to work towards. So I've chased my management up again now because obviously Saturday will be 4 weeks. Yeah, 28 days from Saturday, and it's like I want an opponent by that day, to be honest. That'd be peak. So I'm gonna chase my management up again now and see what they've had because they had some names straight away. They said, "Look, we're gonna chase some names up for Rome." That's the show I'm looking at, July 29th. So we'll go from there.
Yeah, no, it's good to hear that you're back. You're 100%. I know that there's been so many nagging injuries and just this and that and all these things happening, but we're glad to hear that we're gonna see the
Of
Dragon
course,
back in there soon. You know what I'm saying?
of course. Like it's one of those sports where you're either injured or you're dealing with something. There's always something like you put your body through so much. Like I've done boxing camps, judo camps, all these different things. I've been competing since I was a kid, and nothing really puts the body under stress like MMA does. Like the amount of different impacts and knocks and twists and things you have to deal with, like you're working on mobility, you're working on weight management, you're working on fitness, you're working on diet, you're working on strength, you're working on your explosive power, you're working on your striking, your wrestling, your jiu-jitsu, you're working on blending everything together, you're working on tactics, and it's just like so many things to juggle, so many balls to keep in the air, but it's so much fun to do. And it's all about playing chess, not checkers. That's what we like to say, chess, not checkers.
Let's fucking go. All right. Well, I'm not going to take too much of your time. We've already been chatting for a while. Thanks for coming on, bro. We're going to get you on soon. I want to get you on for a breakdown of the Poirier, the Poirier and Gaethje fight. Maybe we can talk about it. It's a lightweight fight. We can get a little analysis.
Now I'm based in the UK, mate. I'll get on as many times as you want. You just drop me a message. I'm gonna get the YouTube stuff back kicked up and run in as soon as I get a fight out and obviously pay off some of my bills. I've got a couple of guys who are keen to start filming and start editing for me, but again, I don't like to do things for free. I don't like people to do things for me just to help out. I like to pay. So we'll get that sorted. I'm trying to start doing a couple of podcasts and something I want to do for a while, and I just need to get my base settled in. Obviously, living out someone else's house and trying to podcast isn't the right way. So I got a few things in mind.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. That's the Dragon. He said he's going to be working on his socials. Thanks for coming in, bro. Any last words you want to shoot out there for your fans? Let us know. Give us some hype, man. What's coming, bro? We going to see the champ at the next level?
Mate, I'm so dialed in. I'm literally been going from strength to strength. I'm strong. I'm fit. I'm in the shape of my life. I cannot wait to get back on the big screen, to get locked in that cage, and just to put on a stellar performance. I'm going to be throwing knockouts left, right, and center. It's going to be some crazy, crazy shit and a lot of blood. Obviously, you know the way I roll. But thanks so much for supporting, and yeah, keep an eye out because the next one's going to be the best one.
Let's fucking go. The Dragon is hungry, hungrier than ever. Let's go.
Always, always. All the best.